And yeah, I hear those myths are false about greyhounds. You know, they're no more energetic than maybe a Jack Russell like we had at home, and that guy would never shut up. So I mean,
and rescue animals are the best because they're so appreciative of what you've done to keep them at home.
They know.
Well, we have the holiday season coming up, and the weather's going to be pretty decent, at least for the next 10 days. And Adam, I got to tell you, the long-range model is saying about 10 days to 2 weeks, we could get a real cold shift in the east, including Florida.
I'm all right with it.
So enjoy the next 2 weeks. Well, right now, it was not as sunny today over the beaches as it was yesterday because of those high clouds streaming in from that trough out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. We had some sprinkles come in overnight and early this morning in southern parts of our viewing area. But other than that, it was dry. Sun did filter through and warm us up into the upper 70s in many spots, 76 in Orlando, low 70s for the highs in the Panhandle, and across our viewing area pretty much anywhere from 76, 77 to 80 degrees were the high temperature averages. Now, our current conditions at the airport, it is 63 degrees. It's very nice out right now. The humidity and the dew point 59, humidity 87%. And with that lowering dew point, we'll probably drop off to around 55 for a low, where this morning's low was 59. It's a little bit cooler, but the high temperature was right on the money for normal. Now, while they did get that drizzle and mist to the south of Sarasota, the airport got none, meaning we're over 1.3 inches below normal, but we had a really wet summer, so we're 14 inches above, but this being a La Nina year, we're probably not going to get a lot of rain over the winter and spring, meaning we'll probably go into a deficit by the time the rains return next June. We'll see. Well, there's that troublesome trough in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, sending in some clouds from these storms as they mature and send that high level of cloudiness into Florida. That's slowly going to fade as this trough pivots around and goes down into the Caribbean. There's a weak cool front just to the east of us, trying to bring in some drier air, but it's not going to have much effect on the Sun Coast. Well, we're past Thanksgiving into the holiday season. Let's take a look at snow cover. We have up around Watertown, just to the east in the snow belts there, 6 to 12 inches of snow on the ground. Around Syracuse, 1 to 3. They've had a lot of storms out west. You can see in the Canadian Rockies and the coastal range of BC and around Seattle, up to 18, maybe even 20 inches of snow in some areas. A little slow start to the Sierra Nevada around Lake Tahoe and Mammoth Lakes, but they're getting anywhere from 3 to 12 inches of snow on the ground, and more is on the way next weekend. If you're traveling across the country tomorrow after the holidays, high pressure from coast to coast until you get to Northern California. There's a front moving through, bringing them some rain tonight, but it'll slowly clear out tomorrow. Seattle, that's been just hammered with rain for over a week, will start to dry out in 2 days. Temperatures quite mild across the nation, 58 in Seattle in the rain, 65 with rain and showers in San Francisco. Dallas today was 73 for high, and a lot of people want to hear about New York City, 51. Right now at the weather headlines for the next week ahead, it's going to be a little cooler tonight because of that cool front bringing in the drier air, but then it's going to be sunny and warm every day this week. Really decent weather, but a weak front coming in on Friday, cooling things off for next weekend. Let's take a look at that in graphics. Here's that trough pivoting around in the futurecast, getting away from us. We have more of an easterly flow developing, which is a mild flow, partly cloudy skies. There could be some showers and thunderstorms in South Florida that will not reach us. Now let's move to the long-range futurecast. It takes us into next weekend. It has the handle on that down there. And let's look at that front coming all the way across the country, dragging in Pacific air. And as it does so all across the land, it dries it out. Won't have much of a punch by the time it gets here next Friday during the afternoon, so it'll just be a little bit drier and more pleasant conditions. And for next weekend, dropping temperatures off to the mid-70s. Here is your 7-day outlook as we look at the week ahead and into next weekend, showing Monday 76 for a high, warming up to the low 80s by Wednesday and Thursday, even Tuesday. And that front comes through, cooling us off for next weekend. I hope you like that forecast because in about 2 weeks it may change quite a bit. Adam?